you ever wish you could stay calm, no matter what other people say or do? Don't get angry. Don't react hastily. Just calmly smile. It sounds difficult, but you can actually learn it starting today. I know that feeling when someone does something wrong, unreasonable, and you just want to react immediately. One disrespectful word, one disrespectful action, and anger flares up like instinct. But then later, you feel regretful and tired because you lost control. The saddest thing is, every time you get angry like that, you are unintentionally giving control of your emotions to someone else. They push the button and you react. But what if you could retain that right for yourself? What will change? Stoics believe that anger comes not from situations or other people, but from how we interpret the situation. With the same words, some people will get angry, some people will just smile and ignore it because of different perspectives. I used to blame others for making me angry, but then I realized that I chose to keep that feeling. When you understand that your thoughts are the root of your anger, you will stop blaming and start learning how to control yourself. And that's when you really get stronger. Since I started asking questions instead of reacting like, is this really important? Is it true? Everything changed completely. I am no longer carried away by what others say. And at that moment, I regained control of my emotions. Gently, yet powerfully, I started to train myself to stop for a few seconds before reacting. Just take a deep breath, count to 5, and ask yourself, is this worth getting angry about? And surprisingly, most of the time, the answer is no. Just like that, my heart calmed down a lot. I used to get frustrated over things that were out of my hands, like traffic jams, people behaving badly, or a meeting going wrong. But then I realized I can't control the world. The only thing I can control is how I react. It's still the same road. It's still the same situation. But when I choose to stay calm, everything suddenly becomes lighter. I started listening to podcasts while stuck in traffic, wrote a few thoughts while I was waiting, and laughed instead of getting angry. When you choose to react differently, you not only gain control of the situation, but also master yourself. I know it sounds strange, but since I practice visualizing worst-case scenarios, I'm much calmer. Before an important conversation, I ask myself, what if they don't agree? What if it's not what I expected? Once my mind gets used to the bad scenario, I am no longer surprised or devastated if it happens. And conversely, if everything goes well, I feel much more grateful. Visualizing negativity is not to be pessimistic, but to make your mind more stable in the face of all possibilities. I used to hate when things didn't go my way, when I was rejected, when plans fell apart, when someone disappointed me. But then I learned something from the Stoics. The obstacle is not the thing that stands in the way, it's the way. From that moment on, every time I encountered a difficult situation, I stopped asking, why me? But started asking myself, what can I learn from this? That perspective helps me grow older, calmer, and see clearly. Challenges that don't destroy me are just a test to help me become more mature. That day I went to a family party, and as usual, a relative made a sarcastic remark that made everyone uncomfortable. In the past, I would have reacted right away, saying it again to vent my anger. But this time, I just smiled slightly, took a deep breath, and chose silence. Not because I'm weak, but because I know I don't need to react to prove anything anymore. I kept my composure, and the party atmosphere remained cheerful. At that moment, I understood clearly. I chose strength over instinctive reaction. I'm not saying you'll never be angry again, But you can completely learn how to not be controlled by it. Just remember, emotions are something you can observe, not something you have to follow. Every time you pause before reacting, you are choosing peace. Every time you don't let others drag you into their emotional game, you are retaining control of your life. And if you persevere in practicing a little every day, you will see equanimity is not a luxury, but a skill you can completely master, starting right here